Good morning, Shayla. Good morning. Is this Shayla?
Phyllis, we can hear you.
This is Renetta Jones.
All right, I'm going on mute. And Donnell?
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Donnell, I'm showing we're live on Facebook now.
Okay. For some reason, I can't see the slides. Okay. Hold up. Can you see me? Here we go. All right. Good morning and welcome to another episode of 1 Million Cups. We're happy to have everybody. I see that we have a record number of people in this morning. We have 33 people coming to experience 1 Million Cups. Thank you for coming. I would ask if you have a cell phone, which I know you do, take about 30 seconds to log into our 1 Million Cups app. The intent for this app is twofold. One, we get credit for you being here. And we get nice little swag items like shirts and cups to give our presenter, even though we can't give those virtually today. Our presenters will get these type of items if you log in. Number two, if you log in, you'll also be able to share information with those individuals that have attended this event. If you click on their name, their information should show up in the app. Make sure you put your contact information in, especially your social media links, so people can connect with you. Next slide. Is that backwards? So we have a couple events coming up. Take time to look at these on the screen. If you want to attend them, please do. Next slide. So 1 Million Cups. What is 1 Million Cups? 1 Million Cups is a mastermind group. It's a weekly mastermind group where we help individual business owners that have a issue, opportunity, or challenge. We help them through those challenges. We're in 160 plus locations nationally. So in these 160 locations plus, they're starting at the same time, different presenter, but we're helping entrepreneurs across the nation through our ecosystem. Over 1 million cups of coffee, kind of like this one. Please make sure that you understand that we are recording this. And I'm gonna hit the record button now since I didn't hit it before. I'm glad I saw this. All right, now you guys heard that. This is an environment and an ecosystem that is safe and supportive, inclusive and diverse. As you can tell, we have people of all diverse ethnicities, genders, or what have you. Every person has a voice. I know that everybody has great ideas. Please make sure that when you're speaking, use just one question and make it clear and concise, so we have time for everybody else. We have 30-something plus people on the call, and I'm pretty sure that more than half of the people want to talk. So don't dominate the conversation, and please be respectful and considerate. If you're not, I'll kick you out the room. Very simple. Do me a favor, if you haven't signed up on our Facebook page, go to 1mcfairfax.com, 1MC Fairfax on all social media platforms and follow us there. You'll be able to watch this again on Facebook Live. And please share this information and content with other entrepreneurs that are out there. Just because we're focusing on one business, the information that this one business has can help anyone that's in business. Next. I would like to recognize our space sponsor. Right now we're on Zoom, but when we're not on Zoom, we're in the most beautiful space that we've ever been in. Office Evolution is an amazing space. And I'd like to give John the floor to tell you guys a little bit about that.
All right, great. Thank you, Donnell. That was fantastic. So good morning, everybody. It's great to see everyone. So I'm John Yu with Office Evolution. We are a co-working space provider located right here in Tysons, the building behind me. So we provide fully furnished private office and a number of flexible virtual space solutions to small business owners. We are a part of a national franchise, but we're locally owned and operated. So what that means is that that makes us to be flexible, working with our clients and small business owners. And because we're local, we're very much vested interest in seeing and growing a community of local business owners. And that's why it makes us really excited to come to 1 Million Cups every morning. And during these pandemic times, we partner with a nonprofit organization to use our facility as a PPE collection and distribution center for area hospitals and healthcare organizations. And so it's one of the small ways that we get involved in doing our part to help local community during this crisis. If you want to learn more about our space or some of the promotions that we have, I'll leave my contact information. So please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
No, thank you, John. We appreciate everything that you do, not only for the entrepreneurial community, but for the people that are in your area that are in need. So thank you again. Our other sponsor is Toastmasters. Is Ken on the line? If Ken is not on the line, so I'll just say what Ken usually says. Toastmasters is the most cost-effective leadership development organization in the world. And Ken Portnoy, if you want to learn more about him, he's on LinkedIn, and he can get you connected with the Toastmasters in your local community. I also want to recognize our I can't even think of our organizers. We have a great team of organizers. If you're an organizer, please raise your hand and be recognized. Our organizers are great. The stuff that happens behind the scenes, it may look like this is easy and you just log on in the morning, but they really put a lot of work in behind the scenes to make this happen, and they're volunteering their time. So thank you very much to our team of organizers. We couldn't do this without you. Now let's get into our virtual meeting. So real quick, I need everybody to make sure that your microphones are muted when you're not talking. Please wave your hand or use the hand icon if you have any questions. The mediator will say your name and just unmute your microphone and then start talking. Also if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat as well. And then once you're finished speaking, please put your microphone back on mute. Next slide. Without further ado, I'm really honored to be able to host the meeting today because I'm hosting it for my good friend, Monifa Caines. She is an amazing person and a small business owner. She is the Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories founder and CEO. And I watched her take this business from an idea to an actual business. And she's doing very well by her business. And I'm really excited about it. She's an Air Force veteran. I don't know why she didn't pick the Army, but hey, she picked the military to serve in. And so I am definitely happy to host this meeting today for Monifa Caines. Monifa, thank you so much. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Donnell. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this meeting. My name is Monifa Caines, and I am the founder, owner, and CEO of Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories. Next slide. Okay, so I'm wanting to know today, how can Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories grow their customer base? Next slide. Okay, what Queen of Spades has We just sell a lot of vibrant, colorful hair wraps, headbands, hair combs, hairpins, and a lot of other things. Because what I've been seeing is that there are not a lot of options for people of color for their hair. So I was here to solve that problem. And I just firmly agree that your personal style starts from the top. Next slide. Okay, before I go into my company, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey on how I became the founder, owner, CEO of Queen of Spades. And some of you may not be well versed in hair, different textures of hair, so I just wanted to get into it a little bit. When I was younger, as in with that picture of the little girl, my hair was natural, no chemicals put in at all. When I was 12 years old, my mother came and told me, okay, it's time for you to get a relaxer. We need to put a relaxer in your hair. Now, I know that a lot of the older kids and a lot of the older women put relaxers in their hair. So I never asked why. Why should I get a relaxer in my hair? I just knew that that's what we do. And thinking about that's what we do, that it means we conform. Putting a relaxer is a chemical. It's a chemical cream, and it's very, very potent. It has a chemical called lye in it. And if you know anything about lye, they use lye to decompose animal carcasses, and also they use it in battery acid. Now this chemical, this relaxer is put in our hair to make it go from nice, curly, full to straight. So if you're looking at the slide, you can see this white cream on the hair, and they apply it to the roots, to the tip of your hair, and it has to burn. When I was younger, I was told if it's not burning, it's not working. So every month, 4 to 6 weeks really, I would have to get this chemical in my hair. Afterwards, yes, my hair would look good, straight, but I would have burns in my hair. I would lose patches of hair, and also my hair was not healthy. I had relaxers put in for decades. You're talking about middle school, high school, college, being in the military, definitely, then corporate America, month after month, having this chemical put in my hair so that I can conform. And then finally I said, you know, I'm tired of getting burns in my head and losing hair. I'm just going to wear the hair that I was born with. I'm not going to put this chemical. Operation. Everybody said my hair looked great. And then I took my hair out. I took the braids out and put all this gel to slick it back because I still worked in corporate America. And my manager walked by me and said, "You took your braids out, good. Now you look professional." And I'm just letting you know that was the pivotal point of me recognizing that my hair was not acceptable. And I want to embrace my hair now. And it gave more of an inside fight for me to change the narrative of what's beautiful. Next slide, please. Okay, so I was founded December 19th last year, and I was raring to go. I took some entrepreneurship courses, and I'm ready. I'm getting my business together because I was gonna launch. I was gonna come out the gate at a pop-up at March 14th, 2020. That week of March 14th, 2020, that's when COVID-19 really struck around the country, and then everything was disbanded. Couldn't have pop-ups, couldn't have gatherings. Everything that I was working towards, even for the summer, I was a paid vendor for some pop-ups, some conventions, some flea markets, gone. I looked around in my apartment and I said, oh my gosh, with all my inventory and I was gonna launch, what am I gonna do? And I remember just hanging my head in my hand saying, how am I going to do this now? So I launched an online business, of course, and I received a lot of support from my friends, family, and local community. I also hosted tutorials online on how to wrap your hair. I was doing everything that I could to generate sales. Next slide, please. Okay. My target audience, women and men of color, I would say 8 to 80. I have something for everyone. Also, all men and women, they can buy it and use it for personal use or gifts. One of my favorite gifts I got when I started not putting chemicals in my hair and I was wearing hair wraps. There, I have a friend at work and he gave me a Christmas gift. We were exchanging gifts and it was a very tribal looking hair wrap. And I was so surprised because what it said to me was that he's seen me and I appreciated that gift. Some of my other target customers, well, I don't really want to call them customers, but I will for now, is cancer and chemical burn victims, which I would like to donate hair wraps and have classes for them so they know how to wrap their hair and what style is good for them and because everybody doesn't have the same hair shape, and I would like to help them feel more beautiful with themselves during that rough time. Next slide, please. My competition, Goody. Goody Hair Accessories owns the market. They own the shelf space. And it is hard to see other brands on the shelf other than Goody. Now, they made 140 million last year. And with all their accessories, I would go into the store looking for stuff for my hair, but could not find it. So one size doesn't fit all. Because I have a thicker texture of hair, I don't see the representation for thicker textures of hair from Goody right now. Also, Cece's Closet is one of the first hair wrap companies that really got some momentum, but I watched them grow. I remember when they were selling on Facebook, but they organically grew because this was the time pre-COVID-19 that they would go to flea markets. I remember them at conventions. I remember them having tutorials at different flea markets. And so they were able to get out there and grow their business with just online and not showing people what I'm doing or how to do it. It's sort of like a little block for me, but they were able to get out there and show people their beautiful hair wraps and grow their customer base. Next slide. My brand is about color, fun, and getting noticed. I love colors. Other brands have more muted colors. I'm more into, I'm here and I'm celebrating myself, and there's something for everybody's style. Next slide. Now, these are some of my happy customers wearing my hair wraps. Some of you can see the person in the middle, but I thank everybody for wearing these hair wraps beautifully and getting on my tutorials to learn how to wear them. Next slide, please. Okay, I just wanted to show you some more that I'm doing right now. Up on your left on the top, that's a typical hair comb. That will not work in my hair. It will rip out my hair. When you have thicker textures of hair, that comb will not work. So I designed a comb that will work for thicker textures of hair. Right now, I'm working with a manufacturer that we can bring it to fruition. I am going to do that. And you can see the other pins up on the right, and I'm designing other pins that will fit into my texture of hair, which is about 1 inch, but they'll be colorful with the same designs for the hair wraps. Next slide, please. I'm also gonna have t-shirts. I'm listening to my audience and they're saying they want more from me. So I'll have some t-shirts. Next slide. I'm also doing bags because my customers have been reaching out to me, and I'm going to do hair wraps and bags that match, and just having more diverse things for my customers that I'm listening to them. Next slide, please. I am making these hats. These are the prototypes. I'm waiting for the samples right now, but basically they have the designs of my hair wraps just to add a little style to a normal hat that you would wear. Next slide. And with that, I'm going to turn Queen of Spades Natural Hair Accessories to Queen of Spades Boutique because I will offer a little bit more than just things for hair accessories. Next slide. Okay, so I just have eye-catching accessories. I give tutorials. There is a gap in the market that does not service people that have different textures of hair. Next slide, please. So my question today, and first I want to thank you for listening. How can Queen of Spades Boutique get increased visibility so that sales will increase? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monifa. I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. Great job on your presentation. It was fantastic. So, Myosha.
Hi, yes. I'm ready to take away. Monique, that was a great presentation. Love your products. While I'm waiting for the questions, I want to ask you, have you thought about Facebook shops?
Thank you. I am looking into it. I know that's a pretty new concept, but yes, I have that on my list, and thank you for reminding me. I am looking into it.
Yes, and also, have you thought about doing virtual, videos of your products? Because everybody's online now, and I don't know if you have a Facebook page. You should post it for all of us to like and follow you, and you can also post it on 1MillionCups. That's
Yeah.
a good show.
I think you're right. I think that's very smart to do so people can actually see what they can do with the accessories. I think you're right thank you. Yes.
This is from Renata Jones. Renata, can you ask the question? Renata has a question for you.
Good morning, Monifa. You did a wonderful job this morning.
Thank you.
To find out if you've thought about creating a brand ambassador program where you have a select number of ambassadors that would be able to model and also like, share, and post to really help be your visibility team.
I will say no. And that is something that you put a bug in my ear about. And I love that idea. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Renata. I have next KS. KS, I don't see your full name here. Wants to know if you have considered selling on Amazon.
No, but at this point, I'm looking for, I think that's something I need to consider. And I really will look into having an Amazon shop. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Yasmin George, you're up next, has a question.
That was an awesome job. Very proud of you. So my question to you is, do you have a marketing strategy?
Well, I thought I did, but evidently no, because I haven't been seeing results. So I think I need to reevaluate that and talk to someone that knows marketing so that I am not just relying on what I think, but I can seek help from somebody that truly knows marketing, and what I'm doing is going in the right direction. So I think that's something I need to step outside myself and get done and work with someone.
One thing I would suggest is, you have a great story as to why you started this. And I would share that story a lot, as well as the customers that are using your products. What's their story? How does it make them feel when they're using your products? And showcasing that, and soft selling versus a hard sell. Here's my products, but just doing more of telling people, what it does for them, and trying to quote unquote convert them that way. And it just becomes a lot more appealing and part of a tribe that you're trying to build if you do those soft sell tactics.
I love that.
Great job.
Thank you so much.
Hi, thanks. Thank you. Next we have Rosemary.
Hi, Monifa. Great job. I love the hair wrap you're wearing right now. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I know that you're just getting started, but have you tried to find retailers that want to stock either local brands or brands targeted to, alternate hair than the hair I have, right? I know, for example, and it's just passed, excuse me, but buyers are probably working on the 2021 cycle. In the Michaels across the street from where I live, there's a whole set aside section that has all kinds of materials for, Black History Month. And there's a lot of hair products, there's a lot of purses and things like that. And I know that there are companies that like to showcase local producers as well.
Oh.
So you might, I don't have any of those contacts, but you might want to try and research and see how to do that, because it might get you a way to, Whole Foods does it as well, because they like to showcase local products.
Yes.
So those are two options.
I think that is fantastic. I really never thought about Michael's or other avenues that they will help local business owners. And thank you. Yes, that is on the list.
I'll put a few ideas in the chat so that you can go back to it a little later.
Please do. Please do. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary. Awesome. And next we have Melinda Fields.
Good morning. Excellent presentation.
Thank you.
I come out of the hair care industry over 10 years. I was with Vidal Sassoon.
Oh, yes.
Redken.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked on a lot of hair care brands over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of my questions are, why do you want,
Yes.
I'd like to see you focus on your hair care brand first,
Mm-hmm.
and then come out with your other brand because it's so unique. And there are a lot, I don't know if you know about the distribution of hair care products to salons and, looking at mass market too. But Vidal Sassoon learned a big lesson years ago. They had their salon product diverted into retail and they loved it. But the salon side, there was a real issue. You need different product names.
Right.
I mean, there's so many ways of distribution. And if you're going after the salons, there are a lot of salons that focus on African-American hair. There are also a lot of distributors that focus in that area. And hair care products are used, some companies have reps, but most of the companies use the major distributors around the country.
Yes.
And one of the things I did when I was with Redken, because I worked on our African-American brand,
Oh, thank you.
what I did is I would give away a gift with purchase. And your items could very easily become gift with purchase or purchase with purchase type things, and going after industries. And I've got a gazillion ideas. I don't want to bore you now. I will come back.
No, we'll talk. Can we talk another time then? Yes, I would love that.
That's awesome, Melinda. You can also post them on our chat, which is going to be saved and emailed over. So in addition to connecting, that sounds great.
Yes.
Next, we have Olia. Olia Legoshina.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Monifa.
How are you?
Hi. Great. How are you doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome presentation. And yes, I put some ideas, in the chat. As I mentioned, I do, like I've done all my marketing online, and of course my business is a little different, but let me go back to what I said, because like retailers, approaching them. I have a few in my network, which I'll be happy to connect you with,
Yes.
for sure. And as we have done our, coffee last week, I would love to continue. And, and I also introduced you to the friend who does permanent makeup. And I think places like that would be great for you to connect with. And, I don't have a, extensive marketing background, but I think sharing, like somebody else said, sharing your story and really, and the brand ambassador program is something that, I don't know if you've seen, CJ Walker. It kind of reminds me of this, your story. And I think having people that love your products and compensating them for sharing about them is something that would be not only beneficial to you, but also could create those, entrepreneurs around the country.
I think you're right. I love the direction you're going with that. And I think I need to take a page from her book, seriously, and how she became so successful. I like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alia. Next we have Laura Drain.
Hello.
Laura Drain wants
I'm sorry. Yes, I was in mute.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Sorry. So the fact that the women in color, we always suffering about the hair, because obviously many Latinas, we also have curly hair. But I was thinking in my mother that had cancer and my sister that has cancer now. I think the wraps for people with cancer are perfect for them.
Yes.
I just thinking my sister doesn't want me to see her without hair. And I was thinking, what's the problem with that? No, and so I think people with cancer or centers with cancer will be something that be a great idea to share your wraps. And just, I wanted you those things beyond the women in color. Things like every woman in certain point in their life, they need a wrap.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I just want to give you think a little out of the box and think more like as a woman, no?
Yes.
And offer your products to everybody and don't label yourself as a woman in color. Because at the final, every woman is a woman. You know what I mean? We have the same things inside and outside.
Yes.
So please be strong. I love your presentation. I wish you the best. And I'm doing marketing and I'm working for a Spring now, but if I can do anything for you for free, we'll be more than happy because I like to support women.
Thank you so much.
Day.
And I will tell you the cancer and the chemical burns, that's the personal side for me because my mom had cancer. And so to make her feel beautiful, I would help her find a good wrap and a good style.
Yeah. So
even
I will reach.
Yes.
I will
so
reach
I
to you
agree.
to buy a few for my sister.
Yeah. Thank you. We'll talk. Yeah.
Thank you, Laura. That was awesome. Next we have Manny Fu.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Sorry, it took me a while to get the.
Hello.
So great presentation. Really enjoyed it. Really good background, which is important. So yeah. So my comment was, have you? And I think Melinda might have touched on this. Is doing more targeted marketing for the demographic that you're really trying to go after. So one of the ways to do that believe it or not, on your website is to really focus in on SEO, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, and you have to find somebody who really is good at that. Have you tried that?
I have not tried that. I have been trying to learn about SEOs, and I'm have a very lean startup, so I wasn't able to pay anybody at the time. But yes, I would like to definitely look into someone that can do that. Yes.
Yeah, so we should definitely talk about that because SEO, just give you, when you're looking for an SEO person, I'm glad to refer you to somebody, it's a full-time job
Yes.
to itself. So if you find somebody that's doing web and SEO and social media and all that, they're not going to be doing, because SEO is a full-time job. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Thank you. I recognize that. I have been on YouTube University and have tried to learn more about SEOs. And I recognize that that is a job that was beyond my scope. So yes, thank you.
Yeah, so I would definitely just not, I mean, you know what it is, but I wouldn't get too far into it because you'll just get lost.
I couldn't.
But,
yeah, I was.
Yeah, and then also, have you tried putting up videos? Because people are very video oriented these days. Just like a short 1-minute clip, here and there, either on your website or on Facebook or even Instagram.
I think that's, let me tell you, not that I think, I know I'm going to do that. You are saying this, and I realize that's what people are gravitated towards. So yes, I do have to incorporate videos on how you do it. This is the different styles. I agree. People are so visual.
Yeah, I would suggest really that, I mean, the product speaks for itself in my mind, right? I mean, you explain it, and then just this one last thing, and I'll let the next person go, is the, maybe video testimonials also, right? Getting some customers, gather them together in a room, get a videographer, don't do it yourself, because the lighting won't be right, the background won't be right, etc. The prompting won't be right, and just get them to give you video testimonials. So it'll speak volumes. I have that on my website, and it does a lot better than the written testimonials. Because people are like, well, you could have made that up, so.
Yeah, true. No, I've never thought about that, about getting people in a room and even telling their story, sharing their story, as someone said before, and talk about the testimonials. You have just given me a great idea. But
yeah, that's the best way to do it. I mean, I know it's a little difficult in the current climate.
Right.
You can still manage to do it in, with social distancing, right? I mean, there must be a lot of people all at the same time. You could do 4 or 5 people in a room at the same time, and then that allows for a lot of space for social distancing. But I would recommend that. That's what I did.
Thank you, Manny. That was awesome. So next, we're going to move on to Tony Barnard.
Thank you. Okay, got it. I just had to click on mute because I was controlling another part. Monifa, as everybody said, wonderful presentation today. Great job. As I keep looking at the idea of increased visibility to increase sales, going back to one of the fundamentals is you have to create demand. Lots of people have made some great suggestions about trying to get into stores and different retailers. The problem is that these retailers are inundated every day by people who have a great idea, a great product, put me on your shelf, and they don't do it until there's a demand. In other words, people are knocking on their door, going in, emailing them, requesting, hey, how can I get this product at your store? I saw in your slide with the image, that we had the illustrious Donnell as one of your models. Do your products have Queen of Spades on them? Because
it has the logo,
which doesn't really visualize it right away. But if you put Queen of Spades on them and either give out some or have them at discounts for certain events and activities or things like that, people, when they see it and are attracted to it, they'll gravitate to it. And I know you just froze up on the screen, but the prime example is t-shirts. People love to sit there and get t-shirts. And when they see a t-shirt with a certain logo or a symbol or something else or a statement on it, they go online, they try to find it. And if people start sitting there and seeing your products that say Queen of Spades, and they start looking at Queen of Spades and they find your shop, they try that, then that starts building demand because they'll see it in public and look for it. It's a very holistic method. You know, it's going right back to guerrilla marketing. But by doing that process, you start building demand. And then when you go into and approach some of the retailers or some of the selling partners, you can show them sales statistics and say, look, here's our growth over the past 12 to 18 months. And the demand for it, because of the fact you have Queen of Spades written on every the headbands and all the other stuff, and people see that and start looking for you. The logo is great. Actually saying it, spelling it right out, that's going to drive demand.
Thank you, Tony. We have a lot of questions and recommendations for you, which is awesome. So I'm going to ask everyone to keep it as short as possible so I can get to as many as possible. You've got some great questions. So next we have Russ McIntosh.
Let's see. Am I here yet?
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to start doing t-shirts. That's something that I can do. And I agree, putting that logo out there is more visibility into what's that. So yes.
I was just commenting that my daughters, they're mixed as well. And they're both in their, or all three of them are in their 20s, 20, 22, and 24. And the first one, well, she used to do the lie and relaxing her hair, and it really doesn't grow much. But then the younger two, we didn't do anything with, and their hair is like all over the place. It's wonderful.
Right.
But they do most of their shopping online because they can't find their products. They live out in Shenandoah Valley, so there's not much for them out there. So they do a lot of their shopping online, and they go on Etsy, they go on Amazon. So I would definitely recommend going to those places to put up your online presence as opposed to just your Shopify.
Yes. Etsy is has grown so much, and you're right. I need to look into Etsy.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, I have Linda. Teresa Black.
Hi. Wait, did you say Teresa or did you say Linda? I'm sorry.
I said Teresa Black.
Okay. Hi, Monifa. Great job. I just wanted to let you know, so everyone right now is creating lists of Black-owned businesses. It doesn't have to be one that you can go to. They're just creating a list of Black-owned businesses in like the DMV area.
Yes.
And if you can get your products or your brand on those lists, I promise you it will increase traffic significantly. It will get you a ton of customers, because not only, I mean, obviously your target market is going to be, because it's going to see those lists, but also people who are outside your target market that can tell other people about it.
Right.
That's one. But then two, I think that every woman that has hair that you're describing can relate to the experience that you've had. I remember when I was working in the military, I literally was harassed every single day about my hair, and but there's nothing I could do about it because it was too short, because they cut it all off. And so I think everyone can relate to that experience. I think if you tell a story, so like you said, your marketing program wasn't working, but I think if you, each time that you create an ad, you're telling a story, I think that will grab your target audience, because they can relate. No matter what, they will relate to that story. And then it'll drag them to your product, because I mean, honestly, the things that I have to use on my hair, it breaks it and stuff like that. And so if I can use something that doesn't do that, I mean, I think we all have that same problem, that you would be able to grab some more customers.
I think that's a great idea. Thank you. And I definitely want to talk to you about your experiences, and let's talk another time. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Teresa. Next I have Melinda Fields.
Hello.
Melinda.
Hello.
There we go. Sorry, I had to unmute.
Oh, okay.
What I was going to say is that I like the last idea of every, the hair care stories. You could actually put together, every woman has a hair care story, and tell a lot of stories that could become something that you give away or use for publicity as you start going out in the marketplace. It's something really easy to do. I mean, I can remember don't look like it now, but I'm a naturally curly haired brunette. I have Jewish hair. And I can remember in the first grade when my first grade teacher didn't like my hair that day, and she let everybody else go outside to play, and she braided my hair into 2 pigtails.
Oh my gosh.
So I think something like that is also good. I put a whole bunch of things in your chat so you can go back and look at them. And I want to let my time go to somebody else, which I probably should do right now.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. But we will talk.
Thank you, Melinda. And I know that Eric Rochnell wants to confirm your website address for Queen of Spades.
Oh, I will put it up in the chat room so everybody can just go to that link. It's also
okay, I think Natasha Hintz just posted that for you.
Oh, thank you.
And I also have okay, great. We have Tony. Did you have another question? Tony Barnett.
Hello.
No, I'm good. Go ahead and go to some of the others. I think Deb and a couple of others still have questions.
Okay. Sorry, my computer just froze. Deb, did you have a question? Deb Cohen?
Yes, actually, it's more of a comment than a question. You may already be on certain listservs, Monifa. We've talked about cancer patients. We've talked about certain subsets of the population that your products might be better for. And to the degree that there are listservs where that might be appropriate, and these could be national, they don't have to just be local. And, I would sort of monitor them for the conversation. And when the topic that is related to you comes up, you can simply say, I'd be glad to chat with you about this. I have products that might be helpful to you. And simply, not a hard sell, not really, tough, anything like that. I actually do this on a listserv, and I've gotten business that way. I'm a trainer, and, if somebody says, I'm looking for a trainer to do such and such, does anybody have recommendations? I send a private message to that individual, but in your case, you'd probably want to put it out to the whole listserv because that gives you more visibility. And I do that sort of thing. Happy to chat with you. Yes. Let me know if you'd like to chat.
I will. Thank you so much.
Yeah. If they don't respond to me, I don't bug them, but I have gotten business that way. So that's a way to put yourself out there. And all the other things that people have been talking about, the videos and the testimonials and the story, you can build those out and say, here's something that might be helpful to you. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Bill Hosington, did you have a question?
Let's see. I was saying something about transformation. A fantastic presentation.
Thank you.
I learned a few things. What struck me is I feel that you have a unique position that not all products and services have. And that is for you to kind of take part in your client's transformation. Something everybody wants to do, and it's something that you can do for them, right? So my advice is, as Yasmin was talking about, getting your marketing efforts together, highlight that transformation for them.
Yes.
And if you can successfully do that, you're going to get a wave of people that want to follow you. I really love Tony's idea of putting Queen of Spades on the products.
Right.
There's, I think, a March coming up in August. I don't know if there's an opportunity to get Queen of Spades out, you know, to a huge group of people then.
Yes.
But those are my thoughts.
And I really appreciate and like your thoughts.
Sure.
That's great. Yes. Thank you.
I have Edward.
Hello.
Edward wants to know if you want to become a member of NVBCC. They said they will help you host an event networking with the membership.
I would love to. Yes, definitely.
So I hope you both connect. I'm not sure if he's still on there, but maybe you both can connect. I see his comments on there. Melinda, I know you've put in a few more comments. Did you have something else to add to our presenter today?
Sure. One of the last things I wanted to talk about was if you're taking your product into the mass market, there are a couple of things that as long as you can get and I didn't ask earlier, how are you producing the products and how quickly can you speed up your manufacturing process? Do you need help finding somebody that can do that for you? I assume you're probably American made, which is another story. But what I'm getting at is that Walmart, all of the stores will sell things and they go to certain trade shows where you have, because you're a minority woman business owner too, you would be able to meet with all of the big retailers and they have to purchase product to sell in their stores from minorities, which is a really good opportunity for you. And then as you look at retail, if you package it differently than you package the salon industry,
right,
market it differently as almost as two separate companies, what you would be able to tie in with a really big season for you, which is Christmas, starting at Thanksgiving, coming up with gift packs with multiple products, stocking stuffers, and a lot of other types of things like that. And there are a lot of ways that even locally you could find boutique places that would take your products too, that it really fits. So, I mean, there's so much.
Yes, we need to talk. We need to talk. Yes, thank you.
Another comment. I was just typing them in.
Thank you.
I have Laura Drain, and then we will move on to our final question with Donnell Johns.
Hello.
Laura.
Hello.
Sorry, I don't have any more questions.
Okay. Again. Okay.
I should put it down. I don't know.
Okay. So Donnell, did you have anything to add?
Monifa, absolutely. I'm going to use your word, fantastic presentation. I actually had to put my my camera on mute and my cell phone mute because it touched me. And the reason why it touched me is because you talked about helping with cancer patient. And as you know, and everybody knows here that knows me, my mom passed May 2nd of cancer. But it reminded me.
Oh, no, don't do it.
It reminded me of when she lost her hair. And she sent me a picture the day she lost her hair in a head wrap. I don't know if you guys can see that. But look at the look on her face.
Yes.
It totally made her feel amazing again when she lost her hair. And so I'd like to get with you to create. She wears, this is what she wore all the time. This, her car, her seats, and all of that had this.
Oh wow! Yes.
And so this is actually going to be a pocket square. I'm going to change it into a pocket square for me to remind me of my mom. But absolutely fantastic presentation. And I also want to ask you, what can we as a 1 Million Cups community do for you?
First, I want to thank everybody for listening to me. and helping me, wanting to grow and get better. What can y'all do for me? Y'all already started. Y'all are supporting me. Y'all are giving me great advice. I will reach out to everybody that gave me wonderful advice, and because I'd like to learn more and absorb what you want to give me so that I can move ahead with my passion, my dream of my business. So I just want the support that you have given me and continued support, of course. Thank you.
No, thank you. Great job.
Okay, right.
We will have a 1 Million Cups cup for you once we go back to our location.
Yes. Okay.
That is going to be amazing.
Okay. Wonderful.
You get to wear our paraphernalia.
That's right.
All right.
One thing to put out is anybody who wants to have Monifa get in touch with you, if you haven't logged into the 1 Million Cups app, please put your contact information in the chat room. I've decided not to sit there and shame anybody who did not log into the 1 Million Cups app, but those are the two ways that she can get in touch with you, or you can get, for her to follow up.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Monifa. It was lovely. It was a great presentation.
Next slide. Okay, so next week we have Allstate. And then the following week after that, we have Keep Your Hair Headgear, another veteran entrepreneur. I'm looking forward to her presentation. And then July 1st, Boss Actions. And we have an opening on July 8th. And so we have 34 people on this call today, or probably even a little bit more than that. If you have never presented, I encourage you to put your application in on 1millioncups.com. As you can see from the feedback that we got today, that this is an environment where we're here to help you grow your business. Everybody is here to help you out. And so please put in your application if you haven't already. I have not met a person or a person that has a business yet that doesn't have something that they need help with. So put in your information and your application in so we can support you in your business. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We haven't really decided yet when we're going to go be back in person. I can't wait to be back in person with everybody here. Hopefully you guys continue to support. Please reach out to Monifa with more feedback, and I'm sure that she would be happy if you got a head wrap. Everybody needs a head wrap. As you saw, I have a head wrap. So thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day. And here's some of the upcoming events. Also, if you have an upcoming event, please feel free to post it on our 1 Million Cups page. Also post it in the comments because we want to support you and everything that you're putting out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day.